Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a beautiful Friday afternoon video, right here, on the Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this very channel and my other channels down there. You know where they are, inside of my pants, otherwise known as the screech marks below. So subscribe to them right now. Leave a comment on the video if you like, but don't leave stupid comments. You get sent to the Shadow Realm. Putting an Iron Maiden, Satan will eat your soul. So please do not do that. Be respectful or get out of here. Go to somebody else's channel. Try to do that shit. Because you ain't gonna do it anywhere, pretty much. So go on your dead channel with 25 subs and nobody will give two fucks about it. That's that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you do, you missed it. And you're SOL. You better know what that means by now. And if not, look it up. Simple as that. And for our first-time viewers, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. And if you like it, subscribe. Please subscribe. It'll mean a lot to me. But if you're here for the first time and you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. Leave a comment if you wish. But as we say in the business, when you do subscribe to my channels, welcome to the party. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab a cold one, and enjoy the show. But like I said before, if you like it, great, go somewhere else. And go fuck yourself too. And that's that. But don't splash on me. Your girlfriends and your moms can splash on me. You, get out of here. But that's it. Let me move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. The first official weekend of June. Amazing day today. Yesterday, felt like summer. 86 degrees yesterday with the humidity. Crazy. 81 degrees as of right now, but it's gonna start getting cloudy later, and then pretty much we're getting like 5 fucking days of rain. Feels like last month. I mean, it's just been a really bad spring, in my opinion. It's nice to get 80-degree weather, but then, it rains for like 5-6 days. Like, what were we, in Seattle? The way it is sometimes here in New York, but hopefully, we'll get through that, and then back up to the 80s, middle next week, and then next weekend, more fucking rain for your Father's Day, which pisses me off. But wherever you be this weekend and next weekend, have fun. And that's all I gotta say about that. Be safe, too. So I care about some of you people. Not all of you, but most of you. All the other people I don't care about, you can go fuck yourselves. Get hit by lightning for all I care. But I digress. But in any case, it is Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Something for the weekend. June the 6th. 6/6. 2025. I would say 6606, but that was like years ago. That day was fun. 6606. Well, minus the 06, but, minus the 0. Dumb the beast. All that shit, but it is June the 6th, 2025. Thank you for watching right here on the Peter Joseph channel. I'm Peter Joseph, but you knew that already. Alright, on this Friday, ladies and gentlemen, we got a big SmackDown coming your way tonight. Money in the Bank and NXT Worlds Collide Go Home show. But got a big SmackDown tonight. Trey, that's an insult. That's a fact of life. Taking on Aleister Black. Ooh, that's going to be fun. As per Nicholas Aldis, all the participants in the Money in the Bank ladder matches will be in attendance, as well as John Cena and Logan Small, along with Cody, Cody, you bitch, and the Yeet Man, the world champ, Mr. J. So we'll see what happens with that. I think we have a women's match. Yeah, we do have a women's match tonight. I think it's Naomi, Julia, and Roxanne. I don't know why they're teaming together. And they're taking on, I believe, the other 3 members of that, the other 3 members of that that women's Money in the Bank match. So it's Alexa Bliss, Mommy Rhea Ripley, and Stephanie Vacour. That should be fun. What was it? It just makes no sense having Naomi, Roxanne, and Julia, who's not even a heel, technically. But, they're going at it. So we'll see some cake in that ring and some booty, too. So, that's later on tonight at 8 p.m. on the USA Network, your 3-hour cure for insomnia, SmackDown. And we got a long day tomorrow with NXT Worlds Collide, and then after that, Money in the Bank. And I'll do my predictions maybe early tomorrow because I'm so busy. But we got that. Got a lot to do today, so let me get to that before I don't do it at all. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. It is time for your late and out-of-date AEW 4-hour Fyter Fest review for this past Wednesday night, June the 4th, 2025. A doubleheader of Dynamite and Collision, and your commentary team of the man behind the mask, Excalibur, biggest Met fan I know. He wasn't happy yesterday, fucking bullpen. At least they split with the Dodgers, and they went 4-3 on the season. See how that plays off if they meet in the playoffs again, but still, Mets are 1.5 games up on the Filthies, who play Pittsburgh tonight. Mets are in Colorado in that thin air. We'll see what happens with them tonight. We got that. But anyway, Taz, we had from Ring of Honor, Ian Ricka Boring, and on Collision, we had my good buddy Tony Baloney Schiavone, or Schiavone for you people that love Jericho, and the great man from England, Nigel McGuinness, me love. Alright, so let's get into this shindig. 4 fucking hours this past Wednesday, and we got 4 more hours this Wednesday for Summer Blockbuster. Oy. And then we got Grand Slam Mexico next week. I bet you that's 4 hours too. It's just too much. We can't stay up for 4 hours. We're gonna get drunk. Get drunk just to stay up for this fucking show. It was crazy. But we move on. Alright, so we start off the Dynamite portion with the opening sequence, and then we see Timeless Tony Storm, darling bosom. Alright, she comes out, she's all ready to team up with Mina Shirakawa against Sky Blue and Julia Hart. That's coming up a little bit later. But she's all ready to tango. You care to dance, Tony? On my lap? But I digress. Alright, so we get that. Alright, then we start the show off properly with Will Ocean Spray, reach for the sky, woohoo! Bam! Alright, so he comes out with Tony Baloney in the ring, and we see a clip of Ocean Spray and Swerve getting, fighting last week, after pretty much Swerve called Ocean Spray delusional. So, back in the ring, Ocean Spray says, I want Swerve and Hangman Adam Page to realize that Moxley is the real enemy. Maybe we could put our differences aside for one fucking night, and then kill each other after that. Moxley hates what AEW has become. Well then maybe Mox, you can piss off. And even though Ocean Spray kind of messed up his line, he's like, oh, AEW might suck right now. You said that on a live mic, by the way. But anyway, he's like, I'm gonna do my part to get the title back from Mox, but Swerve might get in the way. So he challenges Swerve to a rematch from I forget when. So that's gonna happen this Wednesday night at Summer Blockbuster. So he makes the challenge. Obviously, it was accepted. And then some weird music happens, and Osprey's like, who the fuck is this? I mean, who the fuck are these guys? I mean, really, who the fuck are these guys? And it's the Crew, Leo Rush and Action Andretti. They come out, they talk some smack, and they say that Brits like Osprey love to talk a lot. I don't know about that, but anyway. So Leo says, I got some energy to burn off, so how about I beat the crap out of you later? So Osprey's like, oh, I'm gonna beat you last, love! So we get a match I really don't care about that much about. I mean, it's great they have two high flyers on Leo Rush and Ocean Spray. Let's see what happens. Alright, so I get that first segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get a video, which was the same video I think we got on Collision last week with the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe. And as always, with Mark Briscoe, we pay homage to the great man up there. You, sir, Jay Briscoe. Reach for the sky, boy. Alright. So Mark does not like the implication that he gave up to Mox. Talks about the same thing with his kids, saying they doubting him. Like, you're a quitter, Dad. So it's basically time to man up. So we'll see what happens with that. If it's not a title match. So we get to the match. It was alright. Nothing great. Go back and forth. And then we see Mark got busted wide open. He was gushing. I mean, he bleeds almost as much as Moxley does in some matches. Anyway. So, but eventually, Mark came back with Fyter Kung Fu. And then he hits a flippy dippity doo, boots your face back inside the ring, goes to the J Driller, gets broken up, so Mark knocks Moxley down again. And then he goes for a froggy boo! And Moxley countered it into a rear naked choke, followed by a cross arm breaker. Mark had to get to the ropes. And then, oh boy, William fucking Yuta comes out, that idiot, and the beautiful Marina Shafir as well. William Yuta puts Mark Briscoe, sends Mark into the ring post to open that wound even more. But Mark comes back, hits the J Driller. I was like, oh, he's about to win this match? But Moxley kicked out at 2. And then, Jay tries to the cutthroat driver. It gets counted into a stomp. And then the Bulldog choke once again goes on Mark. And Mark tries to flip out of it, but can't. And and then Paul turns like, that's it. So, technically, Mark did not quit. But the referee's like, get out, done. So, Moxley gets the win. Match was alright. 3.25 out of 5 stars, that's it. Alright, then we get a video for Mystico, that's Sin Cara, who's coming back next week for the 4-hour summer blockbuster block. Yeah, summer blockbuster. 4 hours of mindless garbage. But we get that. Alright, then we have Timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa taking on Julia Hart and Sky Blue with the CEO. Mercedes Moné, who comes out and gets some table service. Not that type of service. Some, security comes out. They bring her, this freaking table, which has a glass of vino and some good old-fashioned Denver steak, which looked really dry. Where did they get that from? Uber? Because they're going to get that from, Applebee's or, Outback Steakhouse. Or got it from some rundown diner from, 5 minutes down the road. I don't know. But anyway, it was a pretty decent match. Mina and Tony hit stereo running sexy hip attacks. And then, Tony locks in a TCM chicken wing on Sky Blue, and she tapped out really quickly, under 10 minutes. And that was pretty much it. So, they get the win, and then Mercedes is all pissed off. And she, basically, she storms off, and then Tony grabs the steak and, and then she, goes down the vino like it was nothing. Shit. It needed more seasoning. But people in Denver, you need to cook your steaks better. Just saying. I like mine medium rare. I like a big juicy steak. Every once in a while. Woman, go make me a steak tonight, please. Please. Maybe not tonight. Could I get some pie tonight? Okay. Good. Because you're not getting any tonight. Anyway, moving on. Alright, then, we go to the back. Will Ocean is in the back talking, I think, to Lexi Nair. And then Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker comes in and says, hey, Ocean Spray, you can't get the belt if Hangman wins it. So then Ocean Spray goes to leave, and Anger's like, yeah, go leave, you son of a bitch. And then Ocean Spray's like, what'd you say, Max? Grabbed him by the jacket. I was like, oh, here we go. And then the Hurt Syndicate comes in, MVP Bobby Lashley and Shelty Baby, Shelton Benjamin, the AEW Tag Champs. They come in, and then pretty much, MVP's like, oh, Bobby used to live here. Blah, blah, blah. And then, they leave, and then Bobby, like, takes Ocean Spray's shirt and, like, starts messing with it a little bit. So I'm like, I would love to see Bobby Lashley and Will Ocean Spray go at it. It won't be, be a good match, but we'll see. Alright, so anyway, they head to the ring. Bobby's like, hey, I used to live here, and then I left for Texas. He's like, what do you think about Denver? Cheap heel heat. So then MVP talks about there's nobody to challenge Shelton and Bobby for the tag team belts. Basically, nobody. And it's true, because no tag teams are worthy yet, right now. Except for I would say the Outlaws. But anyway, so with that out of the way, MJF says, I want my Triple B back. And then he makes a challenge to Mystico. And then he's like, I'm going to scout next week. And it says, hey, if you win your match next week, maybe, just maybe, you can face me in your hometown of Mexico. And he's like, I sold out Arena Mexico because I'm a star and you're just a big fish in a small pond. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. And then Commander, Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight, they come out. Commander starts insulting MJF's like, hey, you pedo, ese pedo, vato loco, you know. He's insulting him in Spanish, a pendejo, you know, stuff like that. I lost my spot. Alright, here we go. How much time we got? Okay. So anyway, and then Speedball Mike Bailey says, you're a group of international killers. MVP starts like, basically. So they challenge him to a 6-man tag team match. Well, so he thought. But I think we get that next week. I don't even know. So, that's it. So anyway, so the Hurt Syndicate leave, and Mike Bailey, Commander, and Kevin Knight stay in the ring as they take on La Facción de Ignobles. That's can't even do it. Jalistico and the Beast, Mortas. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're missing somebody. Where's the hype man? Alex Abahantes, was he in the back having a taco or something? I don't know. Anyway, this match was kind of boring. Speedball Mike Bailey, Commander, and Mike Bailey get the win after Commander hits his top rope walk flippy dippity doo onto Rush and Jolistico, and then Kevin Knight hits his twisting top rope splash on the Beast Mortas. They get the win in just under 14 and a half minutes. And that's pretty much it. Alright, we move on. Alright, after the match, the Hurt Syndicate come back out and says, hey, you can face us next week. Oh, there you go. And then they come to the ring, and they get beat up. And then we get triple slingshot flippy dippity doos by the faces. So we got that next week on the Summer Blockbuster show. Alright, we move on. Then we go to the back with, once again, next scene there. I was like, where's Renee? Maybe she had the week off, I don't know. But anyway, we see the Dancing Bull. Yes, Danny Garcia. With that, I don't think we saw Matt Maynard there. The Daddy Magic, you know, of course. And then we have the Paragon, the undisputed Paragon of Kyle O'Reilly, Owner Parts, Roddy, and my good buddy, the TNT champion. You know him as Chugs, but we know him as Adam Cole, baby. Alright, so they're there, they're talking about, getting rid of the Don Callis family. And then Danny's like, oh, hey, Adam, remember, I still want your belt. I'm like, did we just finish that? Anyway, move on. Alright, then we go further in the back. We have the Patriarchy. And we have the returning Chris Kidd Christian with the Ring of Honor TV champion is back from Japan after a great showing at the Super J, which he lost to Vegeta. Not Vegeta. Fujita. That's like Fu and Vegeta fused. What do you call Fu and Vegeta? Vegeta sounds nice. Basically. Sorry, I gotta itch my back. Anyway. So we got that, and Mama Wayne, Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. Yeah, she does. So we get that. So they're there. Christian tells the fans to sit down and shut up while he conducts his business. Then he talks about his son, Nick Wayne's run in the Best of the Super Juniors in Japan. Then he makes a fatal four-way match for Collision for the Ring of Honor TV title. And Nick Wayne is pissed. Well, I'll do it before. I really wish Nick Wayne could just get out of there. Get out. I was like, you're not my dad. You're just some schmuck from Canada. Is it Nick Wayne from Canada? No, Nick Wayne's from Washington somewhere. Anyway, his mom's hot, as we all know. We get that. Alright, so we got that thing. Alright, then we get probably the Tony Khan Quickie special of the night. Max Caster comes out, does his usual say, Max Caster's the best wrestler alive! Stupid shit. And then he makes it he brings back his 5-minute open challenge, and then who accepts it? Powerhouse Will Hobbs beats him in 48 fucking seconds. Filler match. We get that. Then we get to I believe this was the main event of, pretty much the main event of Dynamite for the the Intercontinental title. We got Kenny Omega, bang, takes on Brody King of the Hounds of Hell, and the Swiss Claudio Castagnoli and Mascara Dorada. Alright, this was pretty good. This was, I think, match of the night. Back and forth match. They went. We get to the end. Kenny tries a one-wing angel on Brody. Ain't happening. But winds up being the base for a doomsday uppercut by Claudio. And somehow, I don't know how this happened, but Brody King was gushing blood. I think he got hit in the eye. And he was like, bleh. It was like a bleeding mess. And he gets tossed off the top. Kenny hits a V-trigger on Claudio. And then everybody knocks each other down. Brody hits a clothesline from there on Claudio. Comes right back with a swing of doom. And Mascara Dorada then finish it off with a KOS-1. Then he grabbed something like the West Coast Pop a la Conan. Orale se! Arriba la pasta! You know, you strawberries and whatever he said in WCW. So he used to hit what he used to call the Tequila Sunrise, but anyway. So he grabbed something like the West Coast Pop by Conan for a near fall on Claudio. Then he monkey flips him to the floor. Then he hits a big flippy dibbity-doo on Brody King, but gets caught in the one-winged angel by Kenny. 1, 2, 3, Kenny retains the title in 17.5 minutes. And then after the match, going into Collision, the IHOP Denny's Continental Breakfast of Champions champion, Kata comes out, and they have a little stare down, and then they start fighting. I'm like, yes! They start fighting, and Kenny tries to hit the one-winged angel, and Okada just got out of there really quick. And then we found out that by Tony Khan himself, I hope this is the main event of All In, Okada versus Kenny to unify those fucking belts, finally. And now it's supposed to be called the Global title. Tony Khan, why couldn't you just make it the Intercontinental title? calling it the global title. What's this, TNA? Not even close. I mean, well, they used to have the global title. Like, that got out of there quick. They're just going by New Japan. I don't even know who holds that belt in Japan now, like the global title. Last time I even remember was David Finlay. Then he lost. I forget who. I forget. Who cares? I mean, I do care. It's Japan, but not so much the champions that much. All right, so Kenny retains, and that ends part 1 of Fyter Fest. And now, hopefully, I have enough battery left. I'm gonna try my. Yeah, I should have enough. I'm gonna go into. Fyter Fest Collision, and we had that fight with Kenny and... Yeah, we had that fight with Kenny and Okada, and then we found out the match is happening at All In, so that's match number 2. Remember, we have Hangman and Mox for the world title. So... we'll see what happens with that. Oh! And they wouldn't do that. Sorry about that. So yeah, I'm trying to read over my notes. Okay, now. Oh, I just had it. Okay, here we go. If I can, hopefully I can, yeah. Okay, we're good. God damn thing in my ear. But anyway, alright. We're gonna go to Collision now. Which, Collision was... And really, Fyter Fest was not great. I wish it wasn't 4 hours, though. But next week, I mean, this Wednesday, we got more. And then we got Grand Slam Mexico, which will probably be 4 hours, too. I bet you nothing, though. Alright, so we had Tony Schiavone and Nigel Begis on the call. Alright, so like I said, we got Kenny and Okada. Alright, they're going to look back at FTR getting into an argument with Atlantis Jr. and Templario from CMLL last week. We got that match happening on that show. And then we see Rick O'Shit. He's like, ah! Still searching for a team for his little faction, whatever they're going to be called. He's like, I'm going to be scouting. Ah! Alright, we get that. Alright, so we start off Fyter Fest Collision with Will Oceanspray taking on Leo Rush with Action Andretti at ringside. I thought this would have been good. Not that much. 9-minute match. And pretty much the crowd was like dead the entire show. Well, during the third hour, they were like gone. Everybody was leaving. I'm like, go home. Just go home. But anyway, this was a decent match. Oceanspray actually won after Leo starts to yell he was yelling at the referee. And then he stopped, and he walked right into the Styles Clash, and for once, Oceanspray wins the match in 9 minutes. He never wins the match with Styles Clash. I don't think he ever won with that once. But, Oceanspray gets the win, big freaking whoop. You get that. And then after the match, good old beat down on Oceanspray, and then the Hangman, Adam Page, comes out and does some cowboy shit. And, he helps up Oceanspray, they, fist bump, they, do what they gotta do. And then, so Oceanspray leaves with the referee because he somehow got hurt. He's like, oh, my arm! Because they hit some weird move on Oceanspray, like he landed on his shoulder or some shit. But anyway, so the referee takes Oceanspray to the back. Adam Page then cuts a promo saying, I appreciate your help, but I don't need help to become the champ. I will never take help from Swerve, but I'm going to roll into Texas, win the world title for the second time, and then Moxley comes out, and he's like right behind him with the Death Rise, but then Oceanspray comes right back out with a chair, with 2 chairs, gives one to the Hangman, and they chase him off. So I'm like, I bet you nothing we're going to get a tag team match player out of this, probably next week. We haven't heard it yet, so we get that. Alright, then the Don Callis family on the back, I think with Lexi. And basically, Don Callis lays out a challenge to Bandito. And he says, hey, you can get the Outrunners to join you. And fight us with Hechicero coming in as the newest member of the Don Callis family. Really now? We're going international. We're gonna have, well, we already have Takeshita. Now we have Takeshita. I don't even think he fits into the fucking group. It's just maybe like a one-night thing like Brian Cage. Technically. You know. But big ups to Brian Cage. I hope he gets better with that knee injury. You know, he's having fun at home with his 2 kids and his hot wife, Melissa Santos. Bet he's probably making baby number 3. Who knows? Well, he's got a hot wife, so, I mean, go ahead. I won't stop you. Maybe I will, but I won't. Anyway, alright, so then we get to Landis Jr. and Templario taking on FTR with Stokely Hathaway. So we have Cash, God Clock Wheeler, and Dax the Axe Hollywood. Blah, blah, blah. During the match, Tony Baloney promises a big, huge announcement from Tony Khan. Oh my god, no, not one of these. But we'll find out about that later. So we get through the match. So they hit the Shatter Machine on Templario. Atlantis Jr. makes the save. And then Dax sweeps Templario's legs down to break up a suplex. And then Cash Wheeler just fell on him. 1, 2, 3 to get the win. Cheap win. Under 14-minute match. Match was alright. And then after the match, Stokely grabs the mic and brags about FTR's success even more. And then that's basically it. Alright, then we get a video for the Spider Lady, Thekla. What she did last week, attacking Jamie Hayter. She's going to be making her in-ring debut against Lady Frost. We get that. But before we get to that, so we have Hikaisoro, Lance Archer, everybody dies, and I think, I forget who else was in this goddamn match. Oh, Kyle Fletcher. I don't know why he was in this match, not Takeshita, because Takeshita was in, I think, in another match. But anyway. Oh, no, it was, take that back. It was Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, and, shoot. I think it was, Lance Archer. I forget. Who cares? But anyway. They take on Bandito and Los Outlanders with the masks on. You know. I got a mask too, Essie! Yeah, I know. You Firosito with the mask. Moving on. Alright, so, decent match. Pretty good match. The Don Callis family gets the win after the Brain Buster by Kyle Fletcher on Truth Magnum. Sadly. They get the win in 14 minutes. So, the Don Callis family get the win over the Ring of Honor World Champion Bandito and the Outrunners in masks. Or, as I would have called them, the Conquistadors. But they came out in green. So, whatever. Moving on. Alright, then we see Penelope Ford and the Megasus, Megan Bain, in the back, and then we see that they attacked Anna Jay, the woman with a fat ass and a mean attitude. So they beat her up, they bring her all the way to the ring, and then Megan looked like she was about to F5 Anna, basically to her death, off the stage. But then we see the returning Ty Conti, Ty Mello, whatever you want to call it. Ty Mello comes out, makes the save, and she's back after 2 fucking years since she had the baby with Sammy Guevara. I think she had an injury too, or she just didn't get used in 2 years. Now she's back. Yay! So, TJ is back to take on Penelope Ford and Megan Bain next week. So we got that. But glad she's back. We missed you. And your daughter is so beautiful. But I digress. Moving on. Alright, then we go to the back. We have Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. And remember, ladies, Sesame Mommy Ass. Alright, so he's there with the 5-2 player, Anthony Bowens. And he declares this the Pride of AEW month, because it is Pride Month. So, happy Pride Month to all you LGBTQTUVWXYZ people. Just don't splash on me, except if you're ladies, you know, if you're lesbians. I love those lesbians. I'll turn you straight. I do know a few people, girls that are that way, but bisexual in a way, but it is what it is. I used to have I haven't seen the guy in a long time. I did have a. It wasn't even my friend. It was a friend of my brother from another mother, and his then wife. He was he was homosexual, and but I didn't know the guy that well, so I always saw him at parties, just hanging out with random people. Didn't like do anything to me personally. I mean, like, hey, that's your thing. Get out of here. I'm with the missus. Leave me alone. I don't splash that way. Oh, but Peter, you talk about dick so much. It's like, yeah, because I got a big one and you don't. Doesn't mean I'm a homosexual. But you people are just on my dick because you love to smoke the skin pipe, as my brother from another mother says, right, bro? Oh, yeah. I think I still have that video of the Halloween party that was back in his old place. It was No Mercy or it was doing a No Mercy. It was in 2011, before Sandy hit here in New York. Like 2 days before, I went to a Halloween party in Jersey, where he used to live. And I'm doing my review, I think it was Hell in a Cell or No Mercy, or something like that. And then, in between that, I'm, talking about, he actually had, Skelly from Megadeth's tour bus. I'm not lying about that. He actually had it. I think he still has it. I wish he'd give it to me, but, But I have to find out if he still has it. I don't think he does. But now his new house up in New York, upstate New York. I don't know if he still has it, but I have to ask his now widow, but his former wife, not the one before that, but you know what I mean. Whatever. So anyway, long story short, he comes in and we're talking randomly about Halloween. And he's talking about Halloween is a time where everybody loves to smoke the skin pipe, dress up like Jack Sparrow and shit like that. And in between, he was mocking me because I was supposed to be wearing I was supposed to be a member of In This Moment. I was trying to be Chris Howarth, but I didn't have the dreadlocks, so I just borrowed a Jack Sparrow fucking wig. And even people. I went there by train, and people on the train's like, "Hey, Jack Sparrow, what's going on, man?" I'm like, no, I'm not Jack Sparrow. I'm like Jack Sparrow. I have my guitar next to me. I was like, no, I'm like Jack Sparrow. I'm a member of In This Moment. I was cosplaying. But anyway, yeah. So that's where the skin pipe reference comes from my brother from another mother, who you all fear. You do. I know you do. If he was here today, he would kick all your fucking asses that fucking obsessed with me. He would go to your house and put the fear of God into you. He'll travel overseas to kick your ass, too. But, sadly, he's gone 5 years now. 5 years now. I miss him. I miss you, bro. I do. Religiously, I do. It is what it is. Speaking of that, I found a picture on... You know how Facebook always gives you all those, memories and stuff. Oh, you have a memory on your, from years ago. I saw one. I got the notification, and it's a picture of me and the wrestling cat Zuzu. We all remember Zuzu. From June 2021. So it's on my Facebook. It's on my Instagram too. So, but some of you can't see it because it's my that's private. So. But for my friends that know me from day one, and know Zuzu from day one, it's there. But, kind of brought a tear to my eye. Because I miss Zuzu. It's almost been a year now. In September it'll be 1 year, so it's June. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 9 months! 9 months since Zuzu passed away. Ugh, I miss her every fucking day. I wish she was right next to me. I'd show her off. Or she'd be like, "Meh, quit feeding me, bitch," Or she'd be on the bed, on not my old bed or my new bed with Rosa. laying down or doing something. Randomly messing around. We miss Susie, we always do. And I did not kill her. If people think I killed her. Because the whole cat fucking thing. I'm like, cat raping, cat fucking, whatever it is. I just love how people just take my words out of context and think I actually do that shit. I mentioned Rose's feet yesterday or the day before, and people are like, "Oh, you nasty," because I said something about Rose's feet and putting it on OnlyFans and shit like that. Learn sarcasm. Don't take what I say seriously. If I'm actually telling the truth, you'll know. But if I like do this, it's most of the time it's sarcasm. So take it for what it's worth, you fuckers that's so obsessed with me. Get a life. But I'll lick your girlfriend's feet all night long. Among other things. But I digress. Alright, moving on. Alright, so, Anthony Bowens challenged Kyle Fletcher for next week. Okay. Go with that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to the Ring of Honor TV title being defended by Nick fucking Wayne. Comes out with his hot fucking mom. I think with Christian as well. Oh yeah, with Christian, of course. I don't know where Kip Sabian went. I didn't see him. Maybe he was in the back banging his wife, Penelope Ford. I don't know. But anyway, Nick Wayne defended the belt against A.R. Fox, Lee Johnson, and one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be good, because lots of high flyers, and this is what it was. Like, lots of high flippy dippity doos. Lasted about 11 minutes. We get to the end, and then we come back from break. Nick Wayne knees Sammy in the face, but Sammy face plants in front of the fall. Lee Johnson takes Nick Wayne's place. They fight to the floor, leaving A.R. Fox to hit a suplex on Nick Wayne. Then he hits a big flippy dippity-doo off the top on basically everyone. Picked up the 7-10 split. But then Nick Wayne, they get back in the ring. A.R. Fox tries a swanton, missed badly. And then, Nick Wayne hits, like, some type of fisherman's buster on A.R. Fox. 1, 2, 3 to retain the Ring of Honor TV title. Sometimes, finally, the belts are getting defended in Ring of Honor once in a while. Once in a blue moon. Yeah, we had Lee Moriarty come back for once. Like, where'd he come from? And Athena came back on last night's show. Still has the Ring of Honor Women's title held hostage for almost 1,000 days now. Good Lord. And I don't even know if La Catalina is going to win the belt. I don't think so, but I mean, she does great for her. And then Athena can finally go to the main roster and beat the fuck out of Mercedes Moné and get that TBS title. Because I don't think she's going to go for the world title that Toni Storm has. Or Mercedes if she wins at All In. Hopefully not, but I think if Mercedes does win that belt, we're going to get a showdown with Athena. Probably sometime in July or August. Maybe at All Out. We'll see what happens with that. But anyway, Nick Wayne got the win, and then after the match, the same shit with a Christian not fake putting the belt around his waist, like, oh no, I'm gonna take the belt for myself. Waste. We get that. All right, then we get a rundown of next week's mega card for Summer Blockbuster in Portland, Oregon. Then we get to Thekla's not main roster. Thekla's in-ring debut against Lady Frost, beating her in 2.5 minutes with an abdominal scratch body scissors. Ow. So she gets the win. Then after the match, she puts the hold on again, and then Queen Amanada, who looked like she just came out of the bathroom, she was like, looked like she was like half naked. I was like, damn. She comes out for the save. And then next week, they're gonna fight. So she does a promo on Thekla saying, I'm tired of people showing up here unannounced and trying to make a name off of me. So I was like, next week I'll face you, Thekla. And that's it. think I was gonna beat the fuck out of her. She creeps me out too, that glow with that spider dance that reminds me of Bray Wyatt. Follow the buzzard. There we get that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we find out from Tony Baloney that Tony Khan's huge announcement is Kenny by God Omega defending the Intercontinental title against Okada at All In. Winner takes all. So basically it's a unification match. Like, we really needed a special announcement for that. They've been hyping it, now we get the announcement. Ooh. For a month from now. Come on now. I'm just saying. Why couldn't we do this 2 months ago when we started this thing? Or a couple months, not 2 months, a couple months ago. I just hate when Tony Khan has a big, huge announcement. It's not even great. I mean, it's a good match. If it's not the main event, I don't give two fucks. It has to be the main event. Has to be the main event. Heyman and Mox should not main event at all. I think it should be the match before that. But that's just my booking. But I'm just a 48-year-old schmuck from New York. Don't shoot the messenger, but, you know. Alright, move on. Alright, I think this was the main event. Yes, it was. Okay, the main event of Collision Fyter Fest. The Paragon, and with Danny Garcia, takes on the Don Callis family. What's left of it. So we have Roppongi Vice, Trent, and sorry, Eddie. Rocky Romero, they say. Don't get my name mixed up. What is the matter with you? Are you drinking the... What are you drinking, the Sangria today? What's wrong with you, Ese? I'm sorry, Eddie. I don't know. Maybe I am drinking the vino, you know, I don't know. But it's Coke and Henny. So, you know, I'm kind of... Oh, you had a good night with the Mamacita last night, Ese, pero... No comment. Oh, come on, you can tell me. We're friends. I tell you everything that happens with me and Mamacita. No, Eddie, we did not, okay? Later we will. Oh, you have fun, have a good show. Alright, I gotta go, I'm gonna hang with Mamacita. Okay, bye, Eddie. And if you don't like my Eddie Guerrero impersonation, fuck you. And I'm not making fun of the dead. Or when I do my tribute videos, I don't do them for clout. Because I get a lot of... Oh, I get 900 views! Not for clout. I just did a good job. Because you can't do it yourself. Same thing with my shorts on this very channel, or my rant channel, and they get like 3,000 views. I don't do it for clout. Oh, but you're stealing off the WWE and AEW. No, I just making them look better. And some of the videos, I'm doing reaction videos, and they get like a lot of hits too, so. I don't steal. So anyway, alright, this match was alright. Getting to the end, and Adam Cole comes in to clean house, and he hits a Panama City Sunrise on, it's Josh Alexander, sorry, it was Josh Alexander, Trent Beretta. I thought it was Rocky Romero, but I think it was Lance Archer. Who cares? That's you. So Cole hits the Panama City Sunrise on Josh Alexander, then Danny Garcia with a roll-up for a near falls. Lance Archer made the save. And then it gets down to Trent Beretta and Adam Cole trying to beat the fuck out of each other. Hey, we see that in PWG. Speaking of PWG, I heard the Bucks might buy it now. I think I mentioned it before. The Bucks, of all the people, the Bucks are going to probably buy out Excalibur and not reunite, but resurrect PWG. I'm like, oh, finally. Look, bring back Mystery Vortex, bring back the Battle of LA. I'm like, bring back PWG. And all those champions are like, they've been champions for like 3, 4, 5 years now. I don't even remember half the champions. I think Aleister Black and Brody King were, well, now they're not, because Aleister's in WWE now. Unless he can do that match and they drop the titles right there and then and there. Probably to the Bucks. But Brody King and Malachi Black were PWG Tag Team Champions for God knows how long. I think Danny Garcia or Bandito was the PWG World Champ. And that was it. I think they only had 2 belts. I forget. It's been so long since I even watched PWG. But anyway, moving on. So Beretta and Cole go at it. Beretta scores with a half-and-half suplex. But then Cole comes right back and he has a super kick! Party! Super kicks everybody to death. Then he takes down his little thing and hits Rocky Romero Esse for the win in an 8-man tag team match. So, Adam Cole, baby, gets the win, and then they celebrate. That's pretty much it. Alright, that ends Fyter Fest completely. But, man, I could not get through this 4-hour show. I could not. And we got more to come this Wednesday night at Summer Blockbuster in Portland, Oregon. So if you're going, have fun. Hope you bring some NyQuil or something to wake you up. Maybe some of, some of this. But, have fun with Dynamite Collision back-to-back, once again on TBS. And they did pretty good in the ratings. 650,000, I think? Somewhere around that area. And NXT was a little bit above that, 680,000. So it was like pretty much neck and neck this week with NXT and AEW. But as, NXT barely got another win in the ratings war, but like nobody cares about it. So we'll see what we got that. Alright guys, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go shopping. But I'll be right back. I'm not gonna go too long. I gotta get a few things. And then I'll be back with my Monday Night Raw review. And then maybe before we get to SmackDown, I'll do my Worlds Collide predictions. And then we'll do Money in the Bank tomorrow. Probably early tomorrow afternoon. With that. And I'll do a SmackDown and Money in the Bank review before we hit Worlds Collide. So 2 videos really early tomorrow. Probably around, Worlds Collide starts at 3. So I'll probably do the Money in the Bank review probably around 1 o'clock. Try to get that done before 2, and then get the really quick SmackDown review with my SmackDown thoughts up right before Worlds Collide. We'll do that, and then we'll do Worlds Collide review tomorrow night. And then Sunday, early Sunday, we'll talk about Money in the Bank, and then we'll talk about TNA Ring of Honor Sunday night. So, that's your schedule. So, I hope you wrote it down, because there will be a test. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I gotta get out of here. I gotta go shopping with the missus, and it's gonna take 5 hours. Shut up! Anyway. She takes forever in the fucking... I hate going shopping with her sometimes because it takes like 4 hours to get all our stuff because she has to go through every fucking aisle. I'm like, why are we looking in the fucking international aisle? Are we gonna get some salsa? Well, for you, get some salsa for the empanadas. You can have your own. Get your burritos and whatever you're gonna get to make your tacos or whatever. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, with going out with a woman shopping, food shopping, but you go clothes shopping, forget it. You'll be there all fucking day. That's why when I go to the Men's Warehouse, I go by myself. So if I go to like someplace like Marshall's, or I go to Macy's with her, it's like, oh. I'm like, we're getting one thing. Why are we going around the entire store? I'm gonna get some things. For what? You just love our banter, don't you? You do. You want more of it. You're not gonna get it. You have to pay me for that shit. But I digress. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, do some food shopping. I'll be back, like I said, with my Raw review. And then I'll try to get my Worlds Collide predictions up before SmackDown. And then we'll watch SmackDown and have fun for 3 hours for that. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Fyter Fest rating, I gave it 6.5 out of 10. It was just, we had to get through it. Somehow we got through it. But the show overall stunk. Really bad. But I think the match of the night was Kenny, that 4-way with Kenny, and then on Collision, the match of that show was the 8-man tag. So both endings were pretty good. In between, meh. So that's why I gave it a meh, 6.5 out of 10. So let me know what you guys think of Fyter Fest down below in the comment section. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with that, or you're not down with that, I got me, the missus, and everybody in the prophecy, which is real. I don't even need to tell you who's in it, because you probably don't even know anyway. You wish you knew, but you won't. They'll still kick your ass. Like Los Lobos. But I digress. So, for me and the prophecy, we got 3 words for you. If you're not down with that, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Until next time, go fuck yourselves. Peace.